Iliad Academy is an educational and capacity-building hub for marine professionals and enthusiasts at the intersection of ocean science and digital technology. The Academy leverages expertise to lead innovation in ocean digitalization, marine sustainability, and the blue economy. Despite advances in ocean science and digital twin technology, a widening skills gap remains. Researchers, industry professionals, and policymakers face scattered educational and training resources, making it difficult to stay current with developments. That's exactly the challenge Iliad Academy aims to solve. The Iliad Academy hosts a range of open learning offerings designed to support the capacity-building needs of the Iliad Consortium and its partners, as well as the training requirements of the learning community and developers working with digital twin ocean tools and the Iliad Marketplace. These resources enhance individual and organizational capabilities, contributing to broader educational initiatives in marine-related fields. To begin your journey with Iliad Academy, navigate to academy.ocean-twin.eu and click the Login button in the top right corner. Sign in with an existing account or select Create New Account. You'll be prompted to enter a few details. Choose a username, provide your email address, and set a strong password. Alternatively, if you prefer, click Login via Google, select your account, and grant permission. Now you have full access to the platform offerings. The Iliad Academy offers a simple and user-friendly experience, allowing visitors to access the resources they need with ease. The site is structured into distinct sections, each presented in a separate content block. The blocks include courses, webinars, documentation and tools, and third-party resources. Each block is clickable, allowing users to explore the resources within. The homepage also showcases featured courses, allowing users to access key learning materials directly. The Iliad Academy's courses are designed to meet the needs of professionals, researchers, and enthusiasts in the marine sciences and digital twin technologies. Once a course is selected, the learner is directed to the course enrollment page, which presents the course and enrollment policy. This course presents 6 topics displayed in interactive tiles. On the left, the course breakdown provides a detailed overview, including subtopics. Once the tile is clicked, the module's content is revealed. Each module includes a video lecture with a detailed explanation of the topic, course materials, a video transcript, and additional resources. At the end of each section, a navigation menu is available for a user-friendly navigation between sections. Let's move on to the webinars page. Iliad Academy's webinar series feature expert insights and discussions on digital twins of the ocean. These sessions equip professionals, researchers, and enthusiasts with the latest developments, best practices, and hands-on applications in ocean science and digital innovation. The various tabs include a series of webinars. Expanding a tab reveals links to specific webinars, making it easy for users to find relevant content. After clicking on a webinar link, users are directed to a video page. Navigation buttons allow them to move between videos, ensuring a smooth and uninterrupted learning experience. Next, we arrive at the documentation and tools page. This section includes a repository of resources tailored for ocean digital twins. Technical reports, implementation guides, tool walkthroughs, and step-by-step how-to are included to support the creation, deployment, and use of digital twin technologies. On the left-hand side, a resource index allows users to easily locate documentation or tools of interest. Each documentation or tool includes a description and links to relevant resources. The third-party resources page hosts a carefully selected collection of external resources that support best practices, data sharing principles, and foundational knowledge in ocean science and digital twin technologies. These materials equip projects with the standards, interoperability frameworks, and data management know-how needed for success. Filter tabs allow users to easily locate the material of interest. For example, users interested in education materials can press the Education tab to receive resources pertaining to education. Here users are directed to GEO Knowledge Hub, Copernicus Marine Services, and others. Each card or resource shows the resource title, source logo, a short description, and a button leading to the resource. By bringing together courses, webinars, documentation, and curated third-party resources, Iliad Academy fills the skills gap in ocean digital twin technologies and empowers marine professionals at every level. We encourage you to create an account today.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So that was the video. Um, were you able to hear it
Yeah,
fine?
yeah. And
Okay, that's
it
great.
made logical sense and everything.
Can I come with, can we have, you want feedback right away, Gohar?
Sorry?
Do you want feedback of the
I
video right away or later?
I think yes, we can go with the video and then we can perhaps go from one section to the next to kind of talk about the user friendliness, navigation, the design, and the content as well. So we try to keep it as simple as possible in terms of the design, but also in terms of navigation. But I think perhaps there's still room for improvement, and always, it's great to have suggestions on how to make it more interactive and user-friendly.
Yes, so just a quick few comments.
Yes.
The video was great. I mean, there were just some small comments because I think you have used artificial intelligence
Yes.
person to read,
To
and
read it out.
yeah, and the word was a little bit difficult for me to understand. But I think it was enrollment that you were trying
Enrollment,
to say,
okay.
yeah, and it was a little bit blurry. He said it several times until I understood what it was.
Okay.
Maybe it was easier for Emma with her natural English
Yeah.
language, but I'm not, yeah, it might be improvement possible there.
Okay.
And another thing is the geo, it was at GEO, and that will not be recognizable by the community because we say geo
Okay.
or the global Earth observing or the Earth observing organization, the group on Earth observation. But geo is the word from the
Right.
Geo
Right.
Knowledge Hub.
Yes. Yes. That's good.
And so that's for the artificial intelligence guy. And then concerning the videos, and maybe you will come back to this then, Gohar, because you were saying, you're showing that you could navigate between the videos. And my question popped up, can you also navigate internally in the video, each of the videos? Because I think the
The
videos.
sections, you mean?
No, when you so it was a list of you will get the videos, and then there was this one page with only the videos on it, and it was said that you could navigate between the different videos.
I see.
But
Yeah.
and the question is, can you navigate within the video? I assume you can because it's probably YouTube videos, all our
Yes.
YouTube videos.
Yes, they're
But
all connected to YouTube.
yeah, but maybe that could be also made clearer that you can navigate between within each of the individual videos and also between them. But maybe that comes later. I don't know. But that was the. I think it might be a question that not only pops up in my head because we often see so many videos and we just want to see a bit of it, and sometimes you are forced to look at the long. So you know what I mean?
So
It's yes,
to
this one.
clarify, you
Yeah.
mean if this is right, we can go through the videos? Is that what you mean? Or
They link to
afterwards, because
You
it
can
is YouTube, you see more videos in the bottom.
yeah, because the guy says that you can navigate
Yes, using
the
these
list
links.
of, yes, so all it may be just asking, you don't have to show it, or maybe you can show it, you can navigate within the videos, and yeah, maybe you have to show it. That you mean when you add a little text that he says, you can navigate within the videos and then show to do very quickly how you can do that, and then
Okay.
show
Yeah.
between, maybe.
Okay.
And just my comment,
Yes.
huh? Yeah.
Okay. No,
Okay,
that's great.
that's all from me.
Okay.
But otherwise, I think, yeah, it was clear. It was a good introduction to what
Yeah,
it is.
so I also tried to keep it within the 5 minutes, which was really difficult. I had to cut so much, but yes, okay, these are great notes. I will definitely make the adjustments. I also noticed a few things in terms of the speed. I
Mm.
think it jumped way too fast between the documentation and tools and third-party resources for me too. I was like, wait, we're on a different page now. So there some of that needs to be fixed. I took notes of that as well. So it's always great to watch this after all the editing is done and all the work is done. So yeah, there's always small things that can be improved. Emma, do you have any comments in terms of the video, and then we'll go through the website?
No, not in terms of the
Okay.
video. No, I might have further questions on the content itself, but I'll save that for then.
Okay, perfect. So I can see this small window and I'm trying to get rid of it. Hopefully you can't see it, but okay. So we can go through the website now together. I can actually log out so we can see this process as well. So usually when you use the link, it'll take you to the homepage. And here on the right hand side, we have the login. And as the video went through it, there are multiple options. So you can also just continue as guest, but that will limit some of the courses that you can access and some of the information that you can see. So it's always a good idea to log in, and you can do that with an existing email, which will be quite simple, or you can, of course, register and create a new account. And again, you just need to have a username, a password, and then all of the name and last name, but rest of the information is also voluntary. So here I already have created, and this is a student account, let's say. So we will see the accesses that everyone would also have. Again, it'll take you to the homepage. Above here, you have home, my courses. This will actually take you to the Iliad project website. Here we have the pilots again and marketplace. So these three links will actually take you outside of the Iliad Academy website. So these are external links. But home and my courses are internal. And I'm going to be candid, right now we're having some small issues with my courses. I think there's small technical tweaks that we need to make, but for currently, when you do add or enroll in a course, it is not visible here. So we need to still figure this out. It's a small issue, but it's causing a bit of stress for us. Okay, so then once you scroll down, you'll see a little bit of content introducing you to the Iliad Academy, and then immediately you'll see all of the course categories or resources that we have, the blocks that we have. Once you're at the bottom, you see all of the available courses. And this is kind of just an immediate way to enter a course, especially if you don't want to go through the different sections, or you want to see what is available. So every time a new course is added, it will be the first one to be seen. That way, once you enter the website, immediately you'll see, okay, is there a new course or not? So if you click on a course, for example, how to build digital twins, it will take you to the course page. Here, this one is available to guests as well for a shorter period. Then it will ask you to enroll. I can also show you what that would look like. So let's say this is a citizen science course. Let's see. Nope, this one I've also enrolled in. I'm sorry. Let's go to the standards. Okay, so here you'll see an enrollment page. It will have information about the course, and we will also have terms and conditions or a privacy policy included here. And once you press continue, it will then ask you to enroll. And it's basically just a button that you have to press to enroll in the course, and then the course will be visible. So are there any questions so far about the home page? Any comments, anything that might be confusing?
I do wonder if you scroll to the top of this page you're on right now. It might not occur to it might not have occurred to me even to scroll down, and I might think that this is the only thing on this page. So yeah, I wonder if you could put an arrow at the bottom or something just to indicate to scroll down.
Okay, perfect. Yes, we can definitely add something that signals
Agreed.
that there's more.
Agreed, Emma.
Yes. Yes, definitely.
Cool.
Okay. Should we go, I guess we'll continue with the courses. To look at the courses page again here too, perhaps we can add something that says, scroll down a little bit. And here we have the same courses that were listed in the homepage. The homepage is great in terms of, seeing the new courses. Here we'll have all of the available courses, and we'll be adding more courses to it as we go. And again, it's quite intuitive. I think you just click on it, and it will take you to the registration, the enrollment page, or directly to the course. I was wondering whether this format works well or if we should have blocks. If anyone has any strong opinions on that, we'd love to hear them. No.
What would blocks look like? Would that be more like
So the blocks will look like what we saw in the homepage.
Oh, okay.
So we would have kind of a thumbnail with the title, and we would have more interactive blocks.
I'm not sure. I'm thinking out loud. So looking at the list like this is very clear. It might be, I mean, since you have the boxes in one place as an introduction, maybe people will think that this is different. So if you have the same again, it will be recognized. You will immediately recognize that is actually the same that you saw.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, agreed.
Yes. I can definitely see how that might be confused in terms of the homepage blocks, and you see the thumbnails, and it's easier to recognize the courses for me personally when you have an image as well.
Yeah.
I think your brain just makes that connection easier. Here it is a list. So definitely, yes, something to consider, and I think something we can also discuss internally, whether that needs to be changed or not. Okay. And then should I just continue to the next section? Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. So here we have the webinars again. We have the list. We have these tabs. This as well, I think this page, we do have a lot more webinars. So for me, the list does make a little bit more sense than having blocks, because that could get very overwhelming. But there are other options where this basically can be a block. Once you click, then you have a list. It's another design aspect that can be discussed. So instead of having this tab, you would have a block. Click on the block, it would take you to another page with the list. Or we can, if this is fine as well. Is it intuitive? What do you think, Bente?
I think I like it as it is.
Okay, that's good. So it works in terms of clicking, and then you have the list, and you can click on one of the links, and then again, you have these navigation buttons on the bottom to take you to the next webinar, or if you want to go back, you can as well.
And maybe you could have also, because once you are in there, you can go back and forth between, the next or the last. But maybe you could have a button where you get to the beginning of all the list again. Maybe.
So from here, we'll
Yeah.
have a button that will take you to this
List.
section.
Yeah, to the webinar series. Yeah, to that. Yes.
Okay, we could, yes. I also thought about perhaps adding a navigation under each of the webinar pages, but that this option actually might work better, where it takes you back to this page, and then from here you can continue navigating.
Yeah, it's of course you can just back,
Or go to the homepage from homepage, sure, yes, but I agree, it needs an exit strategy.
Yeah, it might be like, you can pick and choose your way, but then it will be easy to see, I think. Yeah.
Come back here. Okay, that can definitely be done. Okay. This is okay. So here too we have kind of we're using Moodle, so a lot of these options are actually the default. And then to change it, you do have to write a bit of code. So here again, the title is seen twice. For me, it's okay, but there is redundancy on the page, and we could potentially remove this.
But isn't there a way, so for each of the webinars, I think we have like a short, for many of the webinars, at least, we have a short description of what the webinar is about. Is that possible to replace that, or is it, you know,
We
with that?
could,
yeah.
if we do have that content, we can very easily replace this with that. That would work well, because then we won't have this big white space in between.
Yeah, so you can have the title, the big title on the top, and then in the small, you
Yes,
can have a
description.
short descriptions. It could be, yeah, it's if we don't, I mean, we have for several of, you know, that where I have all the webinar description, you know, the templates that we fill in. For many of them, we actually have a short description. Yeah, and also on the Iliad website, actually, for each of the, you know, in the events page, there's a short description also.
Yes,
For most
okay,
of the, so
I
the
can
text is there.
yeah, I can do that. And if there are any missing, I can also just create one myself. Okay. Yes, that would be great. Anything else?
No.
In terms of, okay. All right, so then I will go back. Again, here, hopefully this is also clear, right? So we have the Iliad webinar series, the hackathon webinar series. This is videos from the summer school. Then we have demonstrations of digital twins and of the ocean in different sectors. And then European Digital Twin Ocean series and the Next Geos webinar series. If I'm saying this correctly.
Yeah. Next Geos is correct.
Okay, so let's go through the more, I would say, complicated sections. So here we have documentation and tools, and it is quite a long list. These are demonstrations of the tools and the pilots that we have. There are videos, there are lots and lots of links, and then some of them also have kind of like a preview of the tool or the website. So to make this a little easier, we have the resource index. So immediately you have a list of these documentation and tools. If something is of interest or is familiar to you, it's easy to access. Now, if you don't know about the tool immediately, you do have to go through one-on-one and read the content. But this was one of the solutions we could think of. So if you want to see Black Sea fisheries, you can click on it immediately. It brings you to this block. And then you have the links. So if you click on this link, it'll up. Oh, I'm sorry. How did I do this? Did I turn off my share? Okay, I guess I didn't. Okay, can you see it?
Yes, we
Okay,
see it.
perfect.
You
So
turn
it'll
off your
take
camera,
you.
that's what you did.
Oh, yeah. I think I clicked on this toolbar. Okay, so once you click on this link, it'll open another window actually, and here you'll have the tool, access to the tool. And then here we have an arrow that takes you back all the way to the top, so you can then go through the resource index and navigate your way around. But we don't have an arrow actually that takes you all the way down. If that's useful, we can also add that as well.
Maybe.
Yeah, well, you can already navigate by clicking on the bottom item.
Yes.
Would be enough to
Okay.
get you to the bottom.
Yeah, so I'm sitting here and thinking, yeah, so it's alphabetic. I see it's in the alphabetic order, right? More or less.
Yes, it is.
Yes. And so this is the technology and the tools and the pilots.
Yes.
So I would, some other ways of categorizing them. Maybe be able to distinguish what is the technologies and what are the pilots. That's two categories that you can have the option of making a selection. I don't know how difficult that is to sort of choose between the type of index.
Yeah, I personally would need help. I think we would need also someone to kind of categorize that. I don't know if I could do it myself.
Yeah, I think so. We have the same issue actually on the overall Iliad website, that it should be easy to find just the pilots. We have Emma, we have like 22 now, I think. We have been working on 30 something, but the end results will be what we present on the web page is 22 or 24. And we have categorized them. You might remember we have 12 thematic areas for the twins. So this pilots, and this is another terminology discussion, I think, because we call it pilot, but actually those are the twins. Those are the twins, ocean twins.
Right.
So the language there may be pilot twin or twin, and then be able to categorize it. Yeah, and on the marketplace, I think there's a possibility when you put something on the marketplace, you tag it. So you can tag it with, ocean twin or pilot or whatever. So in that way you can select it. But something like that I think we need that
That would be
actually.
helpful. So
Emma, what
once,
would you look for both the twins and then the components?
Yeah, I think, I was going to say that instead of having one long list alphabetically, as someone, with no
New.
background, someone knew exactly, it would, any kind of categorization that would make sense to a new person would help with navigating there.
In that case, once we have the categorization on the marketplace, we can definitely apply that here as well. That's very much doable.
Okay, yeah, then maybe it's already there. Because it should be there anyway, because it's a long time ago since we had this discussion.
Okay. Can you see the marketplace website now?
Yes.
Okay. So here I have themes, but I don't believe this is it.
No, we need to see exactly the twins, not the thematic areas, but the twins. If you look at the policy tool, I think so. Garabet that's where you have the thematic, right? Fisheries,
Okay.
aquaculture.
I see. Okay.
So that's
Right.
so
I
those
do
are
have
twin
information
areas.
on this.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I think if you come and want to learn something in the academy, you need to know you need to know the category, the theme, so you can recognize that. And then you also probably want to know where it is, because it depends on where the location. So that's why, a list, it should be ideally a list of the thematic areas, the location of the twins with an indication of the thematic areas. We did actually, we made the posters for Iliad that we presented now in this at the UN conference. We actually made posters where we did that in a more beautiful way. So maybe that map could be included.
That'd be great.
Yeah, in here. So I don't know. So Emma, what would be your feel? I guess you are working on twins somehow.
I know it's something not me personally, but it's something I'm still learning about. But I know people in where I work have worked on something similar, and the kind of themes that you had that were there on the marketplace, like it's kind of the different uses, and that would definitely be, how the different maybe sectors or types of applications would definitely be like, oh, I'm looking for this kind of thing. So I'll go to that section there, yeah.
Yeah. So and so exactly. So you will go for the thematic area. You could be to the local area. So this sort of matrix way of be able to find the material that you are interested. It always helps to use everybody. I guess everybody starts from somewhere, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So this and having maybe on this, can you scroll up? Is this at the very top then, Gohar? Yeah, documentation and tools. Maybe a visualization of the thematic, those maps. Maybe I will, do I have it so I can show it?
You can stop my sharing.
Well, wait, and go further, and I will try to, I will find the illustration, and then we can, where did I? I'm looking for it on the social media, actually, because we had 3 new, and I think that we were posting it, our comms team. Here it is. So yes, I can share my screen, perhaps. So you see it? So this here, you have the thematic areas here. Oh, sorry, and then you have spread the twins with the type. It's the same. Actually, you will see the icon is actually the same, just another color.
Yes.
So I think this might be
Perfect.
giving you an overview of what kind of digital twins we have. So Emma, is this something that you would be able to maneuver, to navigate in, you think? To find?
Yes, definitely. Yeah, that would make it really user-friendly.
Okay. So this, and then Gohar, that we already have this graphics. Johnny has it, so you could just ask
Perfect.
for it, and
Yes.
you will include it in the academy.
That would be great. And I was wondering, I don't know if I have the capacity to do this, but it would be great to also make it interactive where you click on it and then it takes you down to that
Yes.
section or
Yeah.
provides the information. But we'll see. I don't know if I can do it, but
Yeah,
I'll
for
definitely
some
look
who
into
are
it.
GIS fluent in GIS, they will do this very fast. For the rest of us, it will take longer. Yeah.
It's also the Moodle, including web
Mm.
maps is one thing, but if it's, doing it in Moodle is a whole other thing. Okay. So to me, it's clear in terms of this section how we can definitely improve it. If there's anything else, perhaps regarding the content or other areas.
No.
No, I think the ability to maneuver and to sort it in different ways, I think that will do the trick, Gohar.
Okay, great.
Because the content there, the individual piece is clear, and yeah, and then when you, I think that will do the trick. Be able to navigate a little bit easier.
I think we need something similar like that here.
Yeah.
This to me is more messy than the previous page. Again, we have third-party resources and we have our tabs. These are basically the filters. So if someone is looking for data, they can click on this and have the blocks that are relevant or the resources that are relevant to that category. But they do need to scroll manually down for the rest of the information.
Yeah.
So here again, we could have similar to the resource index as well, or we're looking for other options. But for now, this is what we have. So for example, maps, we only have 3 blocks, so that's not too bad. 4, okay. But still,
Yes, but I think and remember we offer actually anybody to post their material here,
yes,
and so
we
we should be able to navigate in the same
yes.
way as the previous. It should be a
Mhm.
list on the other side in the side that gives you an overview, and then it should also be possible to. Well, now on the top you have data, standards,
Filters.
maps, and education, so you already have some categories there at least.
Yeah, we can definitely add the index as well.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why we decided to do the documentation and tools that way, but not this. Maybe it was also depending on the priorities, I'm not sure. But yes, that can definitely very easily be added.
Yeah, because otherwise it won't be you see the top 3 maybe, and then the rest will be lost on you
Yes,
because it's
you won't bother to scroll
Yeah.
down that much.
From this point of view. But I think also, Emma, by the way, we are linking from some of the, if you go to the marketplace, we will have links to this material also via the marketplace
Okay.
per individual pilot twin. And also the
From here as
tools,
well.
depending
okay.
on, yeah. So it will be crossing.
Yeah, so if a person externally is coming in here, it needs to make sense to them. Yeah. I do wonder if on this page, instead of having it kind of one column of items, could you have at least 2, and then at least people can see more at once, and then they have less to scroll?
Yeah,
Right,
that
so
could be an
instead of one,
idea.
you have 2 columns.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yes, because I've seen Emma, I've seen some are using like tiles I have seen on some, but that will be confusing too, because if you have too many tiles, it will also be not
Yeah.
so easy to navigate. But having perhaps 2 to see a little bit more, so
Yeah.
something in between might actually be a good idea. In addition to that list.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's funny, huh? The human mind be able to find very quickly, and the requirement these days are, we expect to instantly almost
Effortless and
find
speed.
what we need. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 2, side by side might be 2 columns, and then a list might be it's also immediately you see that there's a lot of material here, which is a value, and then you can see what type of material it is without too much effort. Yeah.
Okay.
Because 2 columns is not that hard to create in Moodle, is it?
No, I don't think so. For me, it's more, would it be overwhelming? In terms of just having so much text and, we can also simplify it. So for example, we don't need to have a logo if it might be too much of information right away. And also I think Moodle kind of keeps it to this part, so I can't really expand it. So here we'll have, let's say the list, and then this will be divided in half. So the blocks or the tiles might be
Oh.
too narrow. So I need to kind of figure out if
Mm.
that can be altered or how that would
I
need to
would
be.
keep the logo, by the way,
Yeah,
and short description, because
or
that's
description.
also easier visually.
Yeah, yeah.
But you know how some blog posts you have, you know, you can have only a logo, you can have a logo and one title, and you can click on it and expand it gradually, right?
Mm-hmm,
So it's step by step. But for if you have to choose, I would say the list is the most important.
right. Yeah.
And the second, if it's possible to have 2 columns, as Emma suggests, I would then have the title and the logo at least, if you have to choose, and then be able then to if you click on it and then expand it to this, and then you can go visit. If it's yeah, you will see what is possible without too
Yeah.
much crying.
I'm sure everything is possible. It's just I'm also not a web developer, so for me, every step is a new challenge. But it's been fun, so I learned a
Yeah.
lot.
Yes.
Yes.
So
Okay.
yeah, so Emma, would you, based on what you've seen, would you have material that would fit in, for instance, here as an external resource?
Oh, I'm sure I don't, but I'm sure someone here in the Marine Institute would have material. Yeah, definitely.
Because that's what we, you know, the ambition and what we want is to be able to offer something that is valuable for the ocean community working on twins. That's the number one, but ocean community, as far as I know, based on, you know, you have all of these various communities around EMODNet, Copernicus, blah, blah, blah. What we have here is actually curating even more in one place. So you don't have to jump from Copernicus to EMODNet to, you understand what I'm saying?
It's sort of centralizing it, yeah,
Yeah,
location, yeah.
But the number one, you know, of capture is that we want to, everything that goes into the twins that we are developing here now, and then including its individual components, the data, you know, every bit and piece, we want that to be easily available. And then, of course, in this case, it's the academy, how to actually make use of it. That's, you know, the focus of the academy. But then, yeah, and of course, this needs to be closely linked. That you can arrive from, you'll watch that, you are watching one, let's say you take one course, you're looking at one particular component, training in one particular component, and then you can easily be diving into another, oh yeah, I need this one as well, I need that one as well, and this place is supposed to save you time in finding that information.
Yeah.
That's the overall goal. So that means, that's why we say it's free to have for the community at large, not only the Iliad community, but a community at large to be, you know, having their material here. We are happy to curate it.
Cool. Yeah, I'll definitely be like, once this is available to maybe start playing around with, I'll definitely start having a look, and then I'm sure there's people as well I can talk to here and who might, if they want, they'll have
Make
things they
use of
can
it.
share. Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
And having said that, I think we also need to make that very clear that everyone can contribute to the academy. So I think that somewhere, especially on the homepage, we should have like a call to action and how that can be done.
Yes.
So that's lacking at the moment is what kind of information and how that can be achieved. So I think that we need to decide where to place that as well.
Yeah, it should be on the prime space here at the very beginning, so that you immediately see that it makes you feel welcome as well, right? Use it as you want. You can also contribute.
Yes.
That saving time, I think, it's, you know, everything is available. You can find absolutely everything on the internet these days, and most of it also for free, right?
Mhm.
but saving time is an issue to find it. And this is what we are trying to do with the Academy for digital twins here in this case of the ocean. Yep. Okay. More that you want feedback on, Gohar?
I think that's it. Those are the sections. I think for now that would be it. Once we have the courses, then we can kind of do the whole experience, have people go through the website, go through the courses, and then provide feedback in the
Yeah,
entire
on the
experience.
individual feedback and
Yes.
the courses and the individual training material as well as we move on. Okay, yeah. So this was a first feedback, so more like we are dedicating looking at the overall impression of the Iliad Academy, and we will continue to work on it. This will be launched, I guess. When did we talk about launching it, Guhar? Was it at the Breast Symposium?
Yes. Yes. So we'll have one version then, and I hopefully will also receive a lot of feedback during the conference.
Yes.
That's my hope.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then we'll make the necessary adjustments mid-July or, by the end of the project.
By the end of the project, yeah. So Emma, are you coming to join us in Brest for the?
No, but one of my colleagues is.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm sure he'll be. You might meet him there.
Okay. Yes. Because this is sort of the Brest conference is it's the final event of the EU project, but we have been lucky to be really completely integrated into this overall IEEE conference. So it's a nice opportunity to really meet a large audience. That's why I was asking, even if
Yeah, maybe next year.
maybe next year, yes. Okay, I think that's it. I am super grateful for you, Emma, to staying with us because you come from the outside, so especially valuable to have your comments.
Thank you. Thanks.
Yes.
Yeah, and thank you, Guhar, for
Yeah.
for all your strenuous work and patience. And we are soon there. Okay.
No problem.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank
thank you
you.
very much.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.